flying mechanics are yours.
Oh, good. It's worth noting at this stage, I haven't actually played this since I was a kid. Luke, on the other hand, has. I don't expect anything MLG from me. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's standard movement controls, with up and down being ascend and descend. B to fly forwards.
So what are these things, Luke?
These things are hanging baskets. If you sit there for 5 minutes apiece, continually accessing them, it will eventually either drop an item or I say a swarm of birds, a flock of birds.
Am I going the right way right now?
Yeah. The only thing you might miss out on is the map, but we can come back for that later.
Right, you know this game like the back of your hand anyway.
I know this game like the back of my hand anyway. Yeah. Similar to the walking mechanics, at any point you can push the A button on the Saturn controller, or whatever you've mapped it to.
360 controller.
To access the looky-roundy, click-on-things mode.
If you still had the Saturn, that would be like... that's just like my wet dream. Love that thing. Wait.
You can keep flying
So
forward.
I just come out the other side of...
Yeah.
So if I go back that way, that's the other route?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll come back here later.
I'll leave that to you, because you know your way around.
We'll come back here later, because there's some things you can only get on your second run-through of this area.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So yeah, this is the saving mechanic, just in case you're not too bright.
If you haven't guessed, save record. Either the internal RAM or the external cartridge.
Oh yeah.
And then B to back out.
And then am I going down into that?
Then you can access that to enter it.
Wicked. Let's go.
Let's go.
I still remember some of the bosses in this game like it was yesterday. Like, it's
Yeah.
just such an iconic game for me. It's... Honestly, I can't wait until we get to some of those boss fights. It's just going to be like reliving it again.
Honestly, I've played this game so many times.
Okay, walking around. Do you want to take
yeah,
this?
I'll take this, because there were some items hidden away and the like. But there are some... I've played through this game so many times. I know the bosses, and I know their strategies. Let's ignore the body for a second. There we go.
Resources are much more important than the dead man.
Well, I believe once we access the dead man, we leave the area.
So we just sack him off. That's lovely.
Right. I want to just... Oh. Wow. Frame rate. I want you to just think about this for a minute. Edge spent however much time unconscious after being thwacked on the back of the head by Arwen. He has a name.
Yeah. Yes, he does.
He then got shot and fell off the cliff and spent however long, let's say, unconscious in the big pool of sperm.
Yes.
And then, however long it took him to get back here, after falling down into the pool of off that cliff no less, and ending up halfway down there, and he's still alive. I've completely been blanking out on what he's been saying.
Oh, hello. Hello, Kinky. Oh, yeah.
And he lives just long enough to give you this thing.
Is it a map? What
It is
it?
a map. It's the world map. Behold your motivation, I suppose. Crayman killed your captain, so...
He also bonked you on the back of the head and sent you into a pool of sperm. I'd be more annoyed about that.
That was Zestava.
What? Sorry?
Crayman's the smarmy motherfucker. We will go over the battle system as and when it appears. We do not need to go through every single one of those tutorials. Right. Telepathy Shard. The only useful sellable item in the game.
Right.
Tells you roughly how dangerous an area is. So...
Well, those physics were just outstanding, man.
Much the same as the boxes, you can knock those things off and occasionally get items.
Anything actually useful, or...?
Well, since they only take one knock to fly off,
I suppose it's worth looking.
it's worth looking, rather than the bloody boxes that take 2 or 3, at least.
What's free action?
We'll go over the items as and when we need them. Chances are we won't be needing most of them. So a lot of them are things like status cures. But things like the elixirs, which are Healy items. And the Berserker Medis, Berserker Minor, etc. We will go over as and when we use them. Or when we actually reach the item menu. Or if I remember.
You see, to me, this just all looks the same.
It's all... Oh, here we go. A battle.
Turgo.
Patago.
Yeah.
Ah, Patago and a Pat again. Right.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say the other one's female.
I have no idea. I'm gonna take that...
Kind of looks like Mother Hen.
I'm just gonna take out this bastard quick so we can go over the battle system without constantly being interrupted. Right. At the bottom of the screen is everything. You've got your HP, your BP, which are basically your mana points. You've got the radar, which tells you whether or not the zone you're currently in is safe. So you can see I'm off to the right. If I click left, I move to the left. Green zone means safe, obviously. Transparent zone means dangerous-ish. You'll take minor damage from attacks in this area. Red zone, stay away from. That much is obvious. Following that are the gauges, which function similar to the ATB system in Final Fantasy, except you get 3 of them, and each action takes up a number of bars. So a gunshot that I can get to by pressing A takes up a single bar, and that's useful, as I showed, for picking off a single target. Pushing B will again use up a single bar, but the dragon will fire off up to 4 lasers. So here we've only got 2 things to attack, so it only fired off 2. If I push what would be C on a Saturn controller, you get access to the menu. So you can select gun, homing laser. The items, of which we have Elixir Minor, manages HP, and free action, which cures stop. Stop is exactly what it says, it's kind of like a paralysis. Stops you from moving freely.
I see.
But the enemy can still move you. There are some enemies that will automatically move you to the front or back to try and get you in their red zone.
I remember some of the bosses are a real pain in the arse for that.
Yeah. Berserks we'll get to when we actually learn. So with that, let's just take out these Patago and get a frankly abysmal rank.
Look at that XP. Absolute animal loot.
Yeah. As you with better ranks come better XP. So if you get an excellent rank on a boss, you'll get a lot more XP than if you get a close call.
So is this based on how much damage you take, or the length of time that the fight takes, or
Yes.
everything?
Everything.
All of the above.
All of the above. Some things are utterly baffling as to what causes an excellent or not. I know there are a couple of fights where I've taken like 20 minutes to kill a boss and nearly died 5 times and still got an excellent rank. So I'm not quite sure as to the exact mechanics behind it, but it's something to do with time taken, damage
that'll
taken.
be one for the source code. Oh wait.
Exactly. Right. Couple of extra things.
Just remembering a lot more of this as you go through it.
Yeah. Right. Couple of extra things while we're here. These are fans. If I try and access it, to break it, you see it says I need, get back on here, 6 segments. If we go into the pause menu, you see at the very bottom it says laser rank. I currently have a laser rank of 0. I need a laser rank of 6.
You're tickling right now.
I'm not even denting the sodding thing. So we will have to come back later. Bye bye train.
Yep, hit it on the left hand side and somehow it travels left.
Field map that you missed in the first area. So if I now push the what would be the Y button on the Saturn controller, you get a map of the area, so you can see I've explored like maybe 70% of this.
Then you got sort of like a wonky sort of uterus thing going on up there.
I don't know where that went. But okay, we'll take battle 2.
Sure, I'll lose battle 2. Have to go.
So you're going to be at the front, which means you need to move.
Quite.
Yeah, either direction is fine.
Okay.
You can. On the 360 pad, you could use either the stick or the D-pad or the other stick.
Yep. Sweet. So. No. No. Oh, okay. Now it's open. Suck it.
And hit B. Okay.
One more shot, that should kill it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then it's B to access lasers, yeah.
Do these things ever attack?
They do if you're at the front,
Nice.
but it takes them like 12 years to decide.
So we're just killing innocent creatures right
We're just
now.
killing innocent creatures
Just
right
doing
now.
our dragon thing.
Yeah. You can see, last time got a close call, got 17 XP. This time you got a good fight, got 19.
Sweet.
So you can access pretty much anything. Not that though. There's 2 blast chips are useful.
These physics are just getting better, man. What the fuck?
To be honest, that's probably a pre-programmed animation.
Hello.
Someone find there? It's just Patigo again.
I do like this. It's kind of real time
Yeah.
but turn taker at the same time.
Yeah.
It's very, very Final Fantasy like in the way that it's sort of set up.
And for excellent ranks, you will occasionally get items on top of.
Is that actually anything useful?
Yellow items are generally only used for selling later down the line.
What's this? I'm gonna get blown over.
Yep, no going that way.
Okay, so we want to go this way.
Yes. Don't bother saving it yet, we're going to have to come back this way. There is an access there if you want to.
Dragon Plus.
Dragon is not Dolan.
It's fabulous. I feel like Daenerys Targaryen, man. Yeah, I'm fabulous. Fly around my dragon. What's in here?
Gala.
Gara! Whatever that is.